I'm Kristen Dovniak, holistic health coach and trained chef. Welcome to my Healthy Mama Kitchen. Today, I want to share with you a really simple meal prep recipe, Greek meal prep mason jar salads. First, let's take a couple minutes and talk about mason jar salads. Mason jar salads have become so popular on Pinterest and all over the interweb for really easy meal prep lunches, or really any time of the day, but lunches are typically what you make your meal prep salads for, right? So making a salad in a mason jar is a really great way to keep your salad good and ready to go in the fridge for up to 3 to 4 days. You don't want to be making a mason jar salad that you plan on eating next Thursday, like the Thursday after next. But if you're making it on Sunday or Monday and you plan on eating it on Tuesday or Wednesday, that works really well. But there are a couple of rules, so to speak, when you are making your mason jar salads. Mason jar salads are not actually meant to be eaten in the mason jar. They're meant to be dumped out. So your ingredients should be put in opposite the way you actually want to eat them. This mason jar salad is actually a little bit of an exception because you're going to mix it all together when it's in your bowl. But for the most part, you want to make sure when you're making a mason jar salad, the bottom is the ingredient that you would typically put on the top, and so that is the dressing. So you put your dressing on the bottom, and on top of that, you put the next heartiest ingredient. So something that you don't mind sitting in the dressing. So you obviously don't want something like a lettuce sitting in dressing for 3 to 4 days. So instead of lettuce, the next thing you want to put is something hearty. So for instance, chickpeas, some sort of a protein is a great option to put on top of the dressing because it just sits and marinates in it for a couple days. And then you move on up to the more lighter ingredients. So the lighter vegetables and the greens all the way at the top. The other option you can do is to put all your ingredients in whatever order you want and put the dressing in a separate container. That also works as well. In this recipe today, I'm going to share with you a Greek quinoa salad where the quinoa is going in the bottom as the base, and this is actually a dressing-free salad, meaning these mason jar salads last for up to an entire week in the fridge, which is awesome because lunches for the entire week can be done, if you want them to at least. This is also a great way to get your kids involved because kids love putting things in jars or bowls, and so you can get them to make their own, and kids are so much more likely to eat new and different foods when they're involved in the process. So I love bringing my kids in and having them help me make new recipes like these meal prep jars. So I'm going to bring my daughter in later to help me make her own meal prep jars as well. But I'll share with you this simple recipe and how I put together these Greek quinoa meal prep jars. This is a simple plant-based recipe, but if you want to swap out the chickpeas and put in chicken instead, totally up to you. So the first ingredient in my chickpea and quinoa salad is this really simple cucumber salad. So all I did with this cucumber salad is put together some sliced cucumbers. These are English cucumbers, so they're seedless cucumbers. You can use the little Persian style or the bigger ones, with some fresh dill, some apple cider vinegar, and a pinch of sea salt. Now I did this ahead of time because I just let it marinate for maybe 20-30 minutes. Doesn't need to be any longer than that, nothing crazy, but this kind of serves as the dressing and adds a huge punch of flavor to the whole bowl. You'll notice that I've kind of paired a couple ingredients that are a little bit more simple, like plain chickpeas, quinoa, and tomatoes, with a few ingredients that have more robust flavors like olives and feta and this simple salad. And the reason I do that is because when you mix it all together, the different flavors play off of each other. Whenever you're creating a salad, it's really important to have different textures and different flavors within the salad to make it interesting to your taste buds. It's going to be so much more satisfying that way. So once you've got your quick little cucumber salad all ready to go and marinated, you can start assembling your salad. So for this salad, I like to start with the quinoa. This is just plain quinoa, cooked and cooled. I cook them in a rice cooker. You can cook it in the Instant Pot or on the stove. Quinoa only takes about 15 minutes and it holds up really well in the fridge as a meal prep item. So I'm going to start by filling about, not even a third of the jar, probably a quarter of the jar in the bottom with some quinoa. And the nice thing is you can edit this recipe to double or triple for as many mason jars as you want to make for the week. I'm just making 2 today, and then I'll let my kiddos decide how much they want in theirs. When I do meal prep, I like to prep one ingredient that I can use in multiple meals. So quinoa is a great example of that. I can use it for my mason jar salads, and then I can use it for sides throughout the week, or make another quinoa salad for another lunch during the week. So I've started out with my quinoa, then I'm going to add some chickpeas or whatever protein you'd like to add on top of that. The quinoa and the chickpeas are nice and hearty in the bottom. And then I can add my cucumbers on top, and the cucumbers will marinate the quinoa and the chickpeas just a little bit as they sit in the fridge. I'm also going to put about a quarter or so way up. So the nice thing about mason jar salads is there's no rules other than the rules I gave you before. There is no specific measurements. You can make it according to what feels good for your body, how much. If you want to fill half of this thing up with chickpeas, skip the quinoa, change up the ingredients. It's totally up to you. I'm just here to inspire you and give you some more options for delicious, easy meal prep lunches. I feel like I can't even count this as a recipe. It's just so simple. I'm going to put it in both of my jars over here. Lunches are one of those things that I see with mamas especially, they get forgotten about. We get so busy with our mornings and we get so obsessed with making sure that we have a healthy breakfast that we forget how important it is to energize our midday with a really delicious and nutrient-dense lunch. But the truth is that lunch is what is going to fuel the rest of our day. If we skip lunch or we're just eating, the tails off of dinosaurs or a couple bites of leftover mac and cheese from our kids' lunches, we're not going to feel really good and fueled for the rest of the day. So that's why in my Healthy Mama Meal Prep course, I teach that lunch is one of those essentials that you want to prep for yourself if it feels hard to get lunch on the table for you. Maybe you're getting lunch on the table for your kids or packing their school lunches ahead of time, but if you're not fueling your midday, you're not going to show up as the best version of you. So making sure that you have simple lunches on hand can be a great way to do that. No prep required, just dump it into a bowl and enjoy. I'm going to top this with some Kalamata olives. Kalamata olives add a delicious mouthfeel. Fat is really, really important in cooking to add flavor and mouthfeel. It's also important in nutrition to carry nutrients. So I love adding olives. It's really delicious, monounsaturated fats, heart healthy, and so delicious. Once I add the olives at the very top, I'm going to go ahead and add some feta cheese. You can use whatever cheese you like. You could use goat cheese, you could use Parmesan, but in the spirit of this being a Greek style recipe, feta just seemed like the way to go. And it's probably my favorite cheese to put on top of salads because it has this really delicious, salty, briny flavor that adds a whole lot of just interest to your salad. Remember, textures and different flavor profiles are what are going to make your salad interesting beyond your basic like iceberg lettuce and peppers and tomato salad. We're not about that around here in the Healthy Balanced Mama community. So there you have it, some really easy meal prep salad jars. You can go ahead and put your lid on top. I like packing them right to the top. They stay the best that way, and you can stack them in your fridge for easy lunches. Now I'm going to pull my kiddo in, and she's going to help me make some of her own. Hey friends, I am back with my little friend Ren. How old are you, Ren?
2.
You're 2, and Ren is going to help me make her very own mason jar salads. So what we're going to do, Ren, those are your size, huh? These ones are mommy size, and these ones are Ren size. Would you like to make 1 or 2?
1, 2.
1, 2, okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose your favorite ingredients, okay? We've got some quinoa, some chickpeas, some cucumber, some tomatoes, some feta cheese, and some olives. And I'm going to let you put them together, and these can be delicious, yummy lunches. What do you think?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to put you on the counter, and let's make them together, okay? Okay. So which ingredient do you want to start with? What do you think you want to put in? Oh, quinoa, yum! Oh my goodness, great job, you got it right in there. Do you want more, or is that good?
Good.
That's good. Do you want some in this jar too? Yeah? You want to make that one for sister? Okay. Okay, do you want to put some quinoa in this jar? Yeah. Is this for Sissy or is this for you? This one's for you too? One more? Good job. All right, what's next? What other ingredients do you want to put in? You want to put some cucumber in?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and put some cucumber in. Good job. That one too. Great. Is that one stuck?
Yeah.
Get it. Good job. All right, what else do you want to put in? How about do you want some chickpeas? Chickpeas? Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Do you want some help? Yeah, just use your hands. Go for it, girl. You just use your hands. Sometimes you just gotta use your hands in the kitchen. We're all about getting messy in the kitchen around here. Perfect! Okay, how about do you want some tomatoes? Yeah, I'm gonna put some tomatoes in. I've loved having my kids in the kitchen with me since they were itty bitty. It teaches them about food. It teaches them the process that it takes to nourish ourselves with really delicious and healthy food. Perfect, babes. Okay. Do you want cheese? You love cheese. How about some feta cheese? Can you say feta?
Mother.
So good. You want more? Great job. All done with the feta?
I want to eat.
You want to eat a piece? Sure. Thumbs up. Last but not least, what do you think? Olives? Who ate a whole jar of olives last night?
Me.
You. Are olives one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Yeah. So great.
Mama.
Yeah, you can have one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Look at that. Can you show everyone? You made those. Great job, Ren. Thank you so much for coming into the kitchen with me and sharing with everyone how you can make your own mason jar salads. What do you want to say? Do you want to say thank you?
Thank you, my daddy.
Thank you for watching, everyone. And don't forget to check out Healthy Mama Meal Prep, my meal prep course that teaches you how to meal plan and prep for your unique family.